What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. My thoughts are unsolicited. Nobody cares. And if you're a Trump supporter, fuck you and your mama. All right, and now I'm back with special guest Jake Wade. Son, what's the business?
Yo, here we are on this Saturday when history will not look kindly upon people who made a really horrible decision today.
Yep, it is. It is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, a day that will go down in infamy. Today, just a few hours ago, Trump got acquitted for his second impeachment. But that's not what the show is about. But we're opening up the show with that just to kind of acknowledge today's historicness, the historicness of today, shall I say? So yeah, the Teflon Don continues to walk between raindrops, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, he's no longer president, and in that regard, we're winning. So
Yeah,
yeah.
good way to be positive there.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. But like I said, that's not what today's show is about, so we're not gonna spend any more time on that fool. But if you're out there listening, Don, why would you be listening? Well, you got a lot of time on your hands, but why would you be listening to me? And if you are listening to me, motherfucker, fuck you.
Indeed.
Yes, yeah. All right. Fuck Donald Trump.
FDT.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle and was it YZ?
YG.
YZ, whatever. Yeah, YZ did Who is the Man with the Master Plan?
Yeah.
Who?
Completely different guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
shout out to Floyd Jones.
Floyd Jones, who's that?
That's YZ.
That's YZ's government name?
Yeah.
All right, well, Floyd Jones, if you're out there listening,
He actually might be. He really might be.
it might be. So if you're out there listening, YZ, what up, dog? Call into the show. All right. So, and we're back. So we're going to discuss the number one hit songs of 1996. And I think we'll go ahead and do 1997 as well because there are just so few songs that made the list. So what we've been doing is we're doing our series, of course, and we're discussing each song that made it to number one on the Billboard Hot 100, and we're discussing whether or not that song deserved to be number one or not. So we'll do a brief snapshot review of each song, and we'll decide whether or not that song deserved to be number one or did not deserve to be number one. So you with me?
Yeah, let's make it happen.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. So we're gonna start with the first number one hit of good Lord. The first number one hit of 1996 didn't occur until March of 1996. So that means that prior to that, in December of 1995, Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men with One Sweet Day, that song was on the charts for 16 weeks. So for the first 6 weeks of good Lord, for the first good Lord, almost 3 months of 1996. I take that back. I'm sorry. I take that back. Yeah, about 3 months. That song carried over from 1995 into 1996. So that means that on March 23rd, 1996, Celine Dion with "Because You Loved Me" took over the number one spot. So, I think I kind of remember this song. I probably only heard it on purpose once in my life, if that. I'm not a fan of Celine Dion. I'm not a fan of her type of music, her brand of music. So why in the hell would I be listening to that? I wouldn't be, especially back in 1996. Because back in 1996, I was still young and feeling myself and everything. So I was probably so I was probably spending my time. This is the time of my life when I was a sexual predator. I mean that in the kindest sense of the word. So Celine Dion wouldn't turn on any of my mixtapes. So I would have had no reason to be listening to Celine Dion. I'm assuming that "Because You Love Me" was like a ballad type song. So I'm gonna say it was number one for 6 weeks, by the way. But I'm gonna say that it did not deserve to be number one because it did not make my playlist, my smash tape for 1996. So Celine Dion did not deserve to be number one. Go.
All right, so I do remember this song, and back in 1996, I was in ninth grade, and I wasn't listening to anything like this at all, and I don't listen to that kind of stuff now. But I do remember this ballad, slow, uh, MOR garbage, and I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that horrible of a song, but it's not my style of music. Um, Knowing what the landscape was back then, I can tell you who liked this and why they liked it, but
Who liked it?
You can guess. I'd rather not say
it. White folk? High skirt.
Certain types of white people, very clean cut white people.
So waspy type folks.
Yeah.
The kind of folks who go with snow skiing and spend all their time in the hot tub drinking toddies instead of actually skiing. Those type of folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And like soccer moms and such.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you need to kind of drive the van with the little soccer ball sticker on the back.
Yep.
So those are the ones you gotta watch out for. You know that, right?
The mama bears, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, what I mean is those are the ones who the husband probably works, 60-hour weeks, and all they do is, take care of the kids and go to soccer practice and ballet and piano lessons, all that kind of shit. Spend their mornings, drinking coffee with the other three or four friends, gossiping and shit. Then once the kids get home, she probably drinking, sipping on a glass of wine while she's making dinner. Husband get home 9 o'clock and the food's already cold. He probably got off work at 6, but he spent 3 hours at the hotel with his, with his assistant, banging her down. So when he get home, he ain't touching his wife, and she don't spend 2 hours at the gym, working, trying to keep her belly flat and everything. So her husband don't leave her. So I mean, it's that's the type of person you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to go into that kind of detail. But
well, I tell the truth on my show, man. So I'm gonna bring it from the fucking lungs. So.
Well, it's very stereotypical, but indeed.
Am I far from the truth though?
No.
All right, no. Just checking, man.
I mean, stereotypes can be true.
Oh, but I ain't finished yet. I only scratched the surface. Okay, so like I said, her husband Brad, who's the district manager, for some software company or whatever, who spends probably 3 or 4 weeks, 3 or 4 days out of the week, on the road or whatever, all this kind of stuff, and ignoring his wife, like I said, and all this kind of stuff, right? So she's kicking it with Pablo, the illegal alien who cuts her grass. You know what I mean? Just to keep her back in shape. You know what I mean? So and you got little Heather and Hunter, you know what I mean, that she got to haul around in the back of that damn van and all that kind of stuff, man. So Cindy, if you're out there listening, I feel your pain. So Celine Dion was talking to you, Cindy.
Indeed.
From your gated community.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you just said Cindy. What? I'm not going to say this here on air, but I'll tell you when we're done about the story of Cindy. The fact that you brought Cindy up and the type of person she is.
Cindy who? Cindy from the Brady Bunch? What Cindy you talking about?
No.
Cindy Lauper?
There's no Cindy in particular.
Oh, okay.
But
like Karen, you're a Karen type? What?
Something like that. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Actually, truth be told, I dated a young girl, by the name of Cindy, and this was in the late '90s, early 2000s. Yeah, and of course she was white because ain't no black Cindys out there.
Well, there are some.
Well, I never met one, but yeah, she was white, and she actually happened to be bisexual on top of that, which was, kind of fun, to be honest with you. So, Cindy, if you're out there listening, what up? Why would you be listening? All right, we digress. So we both agree that Celine Dion needs to fuck off, correct?
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's not my type of song. I can see why people liked it. from my perspective, no, it didn't deserve to be number one.
Hell no, it didn't. Hell no.
For Cindy and Karen and all of them, you know, I can give it a pass.
I feel you on that. Absolutely. And you know, white ladies, you know, suburban moms with the who drive around with the well, I guess they wouldn't be driving vans nowadays. They'd be driving SUVs. You know, with the soccer ball and you know and go to Pilates 3 times a week and yoga and all that kind of stuff while Brad's out, you know, banging his secretary. I stand with you, liberated. I stand with you. So I'm not trying to offend you. You know who you are. So.
Right.
And Pablo, you know, give him a tip or something. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next up, we have Mariah Carey with "Always Be My Baby." It was number 1 for 2 weeks, and you know, obviously back during this time, Mariah was just—I mean, every other week she had a number 1 fucking song because she had the song before that was her and Boyz II Men for 16 fucking weeks. Then Celine Dion, now right back to goddamn Mariah. And by this time, I think we were like oversaturated with fucking Mariah Carey. You know, I was oversaturated from the very beginning, but I think the whole music landscape and everything was just kind of getting kind of sick of her. And but you know, but she still was a powerhouse of number 1 hits and everything. But "Always Be My Baby," I remember this song. Didn't like it then, don't like it now. So no, it did not deserve to be number 1. So Mariah Carey, if you're out there listening, Nick Cannon says hi. Go ahead.
Oh boy, you know Nick Cannon got Mariah's name tattooed on his back, like.
Dude, that's money. That's currency for him, man. That's currency. Cause you notice, whenever Nick Cannon gets interviewed, he always sure to bring up Mariah's name. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, you know, that's currency for him, man. So.
I guess so, but you know, I think it's very sad that he did all that, and they didn't last.
I mean, come on now, it's Mariah Carey. You know, one of the biggest hit makers in the history of music. You know, she's a walking ATM. I mean, if I was kicking it with Mariah, I'd have tattooed her name on my goddamn forehead like I was damn Lil Wayne or something. Shit, shit, hell yeah. Yeah. My name is Mr. Carey, Alonzo Carey.
You know what? I probably would have done the same thing.
You damn straight.
I honestly probably would change my last name to Carey.
In a heartbeat, cha-ching. I would have my cuckold game would have been on fleek.
Well, wait a minute though.
What?
If you would be a cuck, that means that you know you'd watch while she's having sex with somebody else.
Like I said, my cuckold game would have been on fleek. Do whatever you want. All I know is I'll be downstairs in the basement playing Xbox and cashing checks. Okay. What time you want dinner? Shit.
That's going a little too far, I think, but okay.
Hey man, the money don't know where it came from because I'm pretty damn sure. While she's out doing whatever the hell is she doing, that you know, I will be doing my own thing with you know, Hippolyta, the gardener's daughter. And so wow. It's all good, yo.
And he has a daughter. Or did he bring the daughter around? What?
You know what? I might have been kicking it with Cindy. Hell, shit, I'll be rolling in the same fucking circles. Shit, I'll be out there in the gated community taking the kids to damn soccer practice and shit. You know, I'll be a house husband, gossiping and drinking caramel lattes at Starbucks with Cindy and her crew. Hell yeah, shit. And afterwards, you know, follow me back to the crib. You going to my place, or yours this time? Cause no Brad's out of town. Mariah, she's in Europe on tour for the next 6 months. So. Just say the word. It's only popping up in here.
Infidelity.
Damn straight.
well
I'm cashing these checks, biatch.
It's good that you feel that way. Well, that being said, I think this song sucked. I hate it.
I agree.
You know, I've never been a Mariah Carey fan. I always say, you know, I respect her, certainly, and she's certainly a talent. But a lot of her songs do absolutely nothing for me, and this is one of them. Did it deserve to be number 1? Yeah, it did. But I don't think he's good. That's all that I'll say.
No, it was not. So, Mariah, if you're out there listening, it was not good. All right, next up, we got Bone Thugs and Harmony with The Crossroads. Number 1 for 8 weeks. Of course, Bone Thugs was this group, I think, out of Cleveland. It was like a hybrid R&B, hip-hop type, fusion type group of dudes. I think they were signed by Eazy-E, weren't they?
Yep.
Okay, so Easy, gave them some shine and everything, and they rewarded him with the number one hit song. I was never a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony, but I will give a shout out to them because they did come with something a little new and fresh. They had a sound. Their style was unique to their, themselves, and it got old real fast. They're kind of like a one-trick pony. Not saying that they didn't have other good songs. I didn't really like Crossroads very much, but they did have a song called "It's All Good" that I liked a lot, and I still listen to it to this day. But I mean, their music was passable, but like I said, they didn't have any staying power because they were kind of like the Daz Effects of their time. That first Daz Effects album with the bump stickety bump bump that we never heard before. That shit was new and fresh. But when the next album, they still doing the the riggedy biggity. After a while, then everybody else started doing the riggedy biggity and flipping their tongue and shit. Then it got old, and he was like, okay, well, what else you got, niggas? That's all you got? Okay, then I still love Daz Effects. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Daz Effects, but they never reattained the heights that they had after that first album because after a while it got old because everybody and their fucking grandma was jumped on that damn bandwagon. I think the same thing with Bone Thugs is that after that first wave of okay, this is something new and fresh, what else you got? And they didn't have anything else, so they kind of fell to the wayside. So shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, but at the same time, fuck y'all because you were one trick ponies. Go.
Okay, I got a little offended when you mentioned Daz Effects because I thought you were going to go in the direction that a lot of people go in. I've heard many times that Daz Effects were the mumble rap of their time, and
well, they were in a way because once again they did something new and different. And really, you come on now. If you just somebody, if you just got out, you just landed, from the planet Mars on Earth, and the first thing you hear is Daz Effects. They want effects. You be like, what the fuck is he saying? Bum stickety bump hum, a rope a tump a bump. Come on.
But see, that's rather creative and actually,
it's very creative, man. Very. Yeah. That's why it hit so hard, man, because it was something new.
But what is creative about mumble rap?
There's nothing creative about it, man, but it's something different. When mumble rap first started, I got to admit, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I didn't like it, but at least I was like, I took notice. Like, shit, what the hell going on? Let me listen to this. Then it's like, then appeal to me, okay, well, fuck these niggas. Because they wasn't saying shit. Because you got to keep in mind, Daz Effects were hip-hop artists. They were lyricists. They were true to the game. These mumble guys are more about marketing and being influencers and all this kind of shit. I think on the list of priorities, being a true hip-hop artist is probably like number 8 or 9 on the list. Whereas with Daz Effects, these guys were hip-hop artists who just happened to have a different style. You digging me?
Right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't like it when people compare the two because I think it is on a completely different scale. Like,
but it's a like kind comparison though. It's in the same ballpark.
I guess.
Okay.
Well, anyway, in regard to Bone, I guess you could go ahead and say that they are comparable to Daz Effects in a way. They had a different style. They did things in a way that most people weren't doing. They had the half rap and half singing R&B style, and they were both hard and tender at the same time, which is usually you don't want to be that in the hip hop game, but they did it and it worked. So
do you think their look had a lot to do with that? With it kind of going over the way it did? Because if they were dressing like boys to men doing the same shit, I don't think it would have hit the same way.
No, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. They actually looked like they were from the streets, like they were actually thugs. Because when they were Bone Thugs and Harmony, so that seemed like these are actual like hard dope deals and such, but they have talent as well. So,
well, let me ask you this. When Bone Thugs first came out, if you'd have heard the record before you saw their image, what would you have imagined? What would have been your mental picture? You hearing the song and not knowing what they look like.
I think I did hear them before I saw them, quite honestly.
So what was your mental picture? Do you recall?
No. I know I didn't like them at first. But
Okay, so what do you think? So what do you think if somebody heard them today for the very first time without seeing, with no visual perception, just heard the song? What do you think their their mental picture would be of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
uh, probably like Boys to Men, or like young guys wearing skinny jeans. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a point.
uh, maybe they have dreads, but they're not. They don't look like gangsters though.
No.
So I think they had a good image that went across, and subverted expectations a little bit. If you did just hear them on the radio first, which I think I did. Um, I know people at school were constantly talking about Thuggish Ruggish Bone, and I was like, what is Thuggish Ruggish Bone? I don't know what that is.
I didn't like that
And then
song.
well, when I finally heard the song, I didn't think it was good, but I heard it enough where I was like, okay, I like it. And I still like it to this day. On to the Crossroads, though, which was the second single from their second album. This was their big hit, and rightfully so, I guess. It's this song about loss. All these people that they lost to either violence or disease or whatever, and it resonates. This is not my favorite Bone song, and I liked it at the time.
What's your favorite?
What is the name of the song? Wow.
Wow, that's Post Malone.
Really, is it? Because I have no idea about that.
You never heard Wow by Post Malone?
I've never heard a Post Malone song.
Oh my God. Okay, all right, we'll talk about that later. Okay.
I hate the way he looks, and I have a feeling he is not my style. Therefore, I don't want to hear it. So there we go. My favorite Bone song is "For the Love of Money."
For the Love of Money from New Jack City.
No,
Okay.
no. But anyway, Crossroads. Did it deserve to be number one? Yes, it did.
Oh, another question. Another question. As I mentioned before, Eazy-E is the one that put them on and everything. So on a scale of 1 to 10, do you how much money do you think they actually got from Eazy-E on a scale of 1 to 10?
They probably got a lot because Eazy-E died soon after.
But he was still a crook though.
And he was a crook. But maybe at first they didn't get much, but after he died, they were probably getting the money because he was dead. You can't screw him over anymore. He died soon after they came out. So like, the Crossroads actually is dedicated to him. He's one of the people that they're talking about in the song. They liked him. Apparently, they were grateful to him, and they've never said anything bad about him. So maybe he decided he would be fair to them. I have no idea.
Okay, well, Eazy-E, if you're out there listening. Sorry. But Eazy-E, if you didn't rip him off, good on you, man.
Yep. Eric Wright, always up to something, getting effed at night.
I'd rather fuck with you all day and night. I'd rather fuck you. Man, shout out to Eazy. You got to do a show on Eazy one day, man. Man, shout out to Eazy, man. The boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash, we'll pull your card. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit.
The interesting thing about Eazy-E is that he was a major success, but he was not a rapper.
No, he was not.
He write his own lyrics, and his actual skill at it was lacking. But he made money off of that. Yeah. It's amazing.
A car rolls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. So that was Ice Cube writing his lyrics, right? So
yep.
Yeah. So Q did him a solid. All right. Arrest the president. You got the evidence. That nigga is Russian intelligence. Hey, we needed you today. We know what they should have did, man. Know what they should have did at the impeachment hearing, man. when they closed their case and they did their little summation, they should have turned the lights down. And you hear that boom, 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 boom. And the lights go up. Next thing you know, at the podium, it's fucking Ice Cube. That shit would have been tight to death. He would have been convicted. There's no way you could not convict Donald Trump if they would pull that shit out. That shit would have been so fucking fly.
Well,
what do you think?
The thing about it is, Ice Cube or anybody, it doesn't matter who it was.
What?
He was getting off. So you know.
No. I'm gonna stand by that. If they would have pulled that shit, man, and brought Ice Cube out to do arrest the president. Man, he would have had motherfucking Mitch McConnell hitting the folk up in that joint. Shit. Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz would have been breakdancing up in that bitch. Man, what you talking about? That's the president. You know she got the evidence. Shit.
As much as I would love that, I can't give any of those guys any kind of credit. I just can't do it.
I know, man. I'm just saying, it would have been a nice touch. And if it was me leading the impeachment committee, the impeachment managers, whatever, that should have been fly as hell. I'm telling you now. You know what? Either that or bring out fucking Nipsey Hussle's hologram with YG. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga. Oh, that should have been so crunk, man. Why did I think? I should have like emailed them or something, man. Hey, I got an idea. Cause they were showing the videos and shit, right, of the fucking insurrection. One of the videos they should have shown, man, should have been like Ice Cube. I'm telling you, man, that shit would have worked. I'm standing by that. Damn it.
Well, one of the senators quoted Jizza and.
Oh, word? What did he say?
She said.
I'm sorry, sexism alert. Go ahead. I just assumed it was a he, but go ahead.
I don't remember what her Run the Jewels reference was, but her Jizza reference was, "The truth is usually seen and rarely heard."
And she actually, said, "Hey, I'm quoting Jizza."
I don't think she said it on the floor, but she went on Twitter and said, "I quoted both Jizza and Run the Jewels," and Jizza retweeted it and posted it on his Facebook.
Oh, word. Okay, all right. So, mad shout out to Jizza. A hip hop legend. You know what? I was thinking today, man. I was driving today, right? And Triumph came on. No, not Triumph. Thing came on. And as I was driving, man, I was thinking to myself, man, will we ever in the history of the world ever see a group of artists where you have like the dopest of their respective genre, that many dudes come together and have so much success over an extended period of time? That thought just hit my mind as I was driving, listening to Thing. Do you really want to?
That's not their best song, but
what?
That's not their best song.
I'm not saying it's their best song. I'm saying that's the song that was on, and it made me think about that.
Yeah. You know the answer to that, though.
What?
No.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen again.
Yeah. I mean, they are an anomaly, and if you don't know hip hop, then you're missing out on a blessing. So that's my shout out to Wu-Tang. So.
Indeed.
Wu-Tang Clan. Well, sniff a little blow with the Rap Eddie Kane.
Right. Yeah.
I had a fucked a lot of hoes off the strength of the name Wu-Tang. Damn, them brothers hard. All right. Where are we? Okay, next up. Okay, so Bone Thugs and Harmony, fuck off. I shouldn't say that. Nah. Much love to Bone Thugs and Harmony. All right, next up we got Tupac featuring KC and JoJo and Dr. Dre. That's with How Do You Want It / California Love. It was number 1 for 2 weeks, and this is probably Tupac's most recognizable hit that everybody kind of knows. California Love. You hear it everywhere, movies and that kind of shit. It's kind of like the Baby Got Back of his catalog, where that's the song that you're gonna be hearing 60 years from now in a damn Toyota commercial or some shit.
Right.
Any movie that has anything to do with California. Probably that's going to be like the opening scene when they had like a flyover. You'll hear California Love. Also, Roger Troutman from Zapp, the late Roger Troutman from Zapp was he did the hook, didn't he? He did the hook, California.
Yeah.
So yeah, it deserved to be number one. It did. It wasn't my favorite song. I never really, it is not on any playlist of mine. It's not a song that I really favor listening to. But I mean, but if it's on, I don't turn it off. But it's you never hear me, driving down the street with the window down, bumping California Love for whatever reason. But that all being said, it did deserve to be number one. Go.
All right. Yes, I agree with pretty much everything you said there. California Love is not my favorite song by a long shot. In fact, so when it first came out, I loved it. But as time's passed, I'm just like, I'm done with this. Because it became so ubiquitous. It was completely hard to get away from. I just really got tired of it. And to this day, I can't really deal with it. How Do You Want It, on the other hand, it's fantastic. Much, much better song. And
what a great video.
It's a great video, yeah. Yeah.
That's the one that had what's her name, Bill Bellamy and what's her name, Jasmine Guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I was like, man, if I could be Bill Bellamy for a minute, that'd be the minute I would want to be Bill Bellamy. Woo! Okay.
Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
But anyway, How Do You Want It is a great song. I love it. And they're both up here, and I think they certainly do belong at number one. How Do You Want It much more than California Love, I'll tell you that. But still, wonderful song, should be there.
I agree. Oh, and I got to make a slight confession here, okay? I got to confess something. So for all my people out there listening, don't get mad at me or anything like that. I'm just a messenger or whatever. I was never a fan of Tupac's. I to this day, I do not understand the fascination with Tupac. I just don't. I don't get it. But, folks more astute than me probably know why. Everybody's so fascinated. Just like I don't understand the fascination with fucking Trump, I don't understand the fascination with motherfucking Tupac. To me, I mean, he was a rapper, okay? He was never the GOAT. I mean, his lyricism was alright. I mean, his flow was alright. But it was nothing, I never listened to a Tupac song like, damn, that nigga just spit. You know what I mean? And the stuff that he was saying, same shit that, that everybody else was saying. It's not like he was groundbreaking in his lyrical content. He never said anything that, that really, resonated to where, damn, this dude just hit a fucking nerve. I never got the fascination with him when he was alive, and especially after he died. Folks saying he's on an island with fucking Biggie Smalls and Elvis and all that kind of bullshit. I mean, but there are folks out there far smarter and more eloquent than myself that can explain the fascination with Tupac, but I didn't get it. He was alright. He was never, he was never my guy for whatever reason. I'm not saying that he was bad at what he did. He was good at it, and I think he was a better actor than rapper. But at the same time, I think the fact that he was a better actor than rapper kind of proves a point that his rap career was an act, in my opinion, because he wasn't about that life, and that's why he dead now. He wasn't about that life. Folks knew he wasn't about that life. That's why he caught one. That's me. So anybody there listening who don't like what I just said, fuck you and your mom. It's my show, okay? But I'm just saying, I was never on that Tupac bandwagon. Hate me if you want. Go.
I actually agree. I'm not really that big of a Tupac fan. Never have been. I used to actually hate him. And as time passed, I kind of got into his music a little bit. But not a whole lot. And, I mean, I always tell people, essentially like you just said, Tupac was not a lyricist. He was a good storyteller, but he wasn't lyrical at all. So when people are like, he's a GOAT, whenever people do their top five, they always put Tupac or Biggie up there. They're interchangeable.
No.
Sometimes they might put, Jay-Z up there. And I'm just like, no. Tupac does not deserve it. He's nowhere near being the best. And, a lot of times I feel like both Tupac and Biggie get they get their little shine or whatever from being dead. And that's a horrible thing to say, but that's really how I feel. Because they weren't that popular when they were alive. I mean, like, if they were still alive right now, would people be saying that stuff? I don't think so.
Hell
I
no.
really
See,
don't.
that's the thing, man. They're dead, so they're not here to prove us wrong. You know what I
Right.
mean? So we can
Right.
say whatever we want or think whatever we want. So
The fascination with Tupac does escape me. I really don't understand why he's so highly regarded. Um, I've never liked a Tupac album. I like a lot of his songs, but I've never liked a whole album of his. He was a good actor, certainly, and really, I think he's overrated. It wasn't terrible, but also nowhere near being, the freaking genius that people think he is or was or whatever.
no,
Yeah,
he was not.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he never spit. He was, Hami Hom, he was not. If you don't know who Hami Hom is, that's your problem, not mine. All right. All right, that being said, Tupac, rest in peace, on the island with Elvis, telling him to say, what up? See, but you notice, man, ain't nobody ever said Prince was on that fucking island. Have you noticed that? Ain't nobody ever said they saw Prince pumping gas some fucking where. You notice that, man?
Not yet.
Nah.
Not yet.
Nah, because you know they ain't. No, they ain't. Okay? So, there's something to be learned from that. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Toni Braxton. You're Making Me High / Let It Flow was number 1 for a week. And of course, Toni Braxton, she was a huge hit maker back in the day. And now she's a damn reality TV tragedy or whatever. But I'm telling you now, I didn't like this song, but that video, damn. That was the one she had the white suit on, the white bodysuit. Damn. So you had to deserve to be number 1 just because of the strength of that damn video and the way she looked in it. Go.
Oh boy. Yeah, I admit I had a thing for Toni Braxton for a long time, but I never liked this song.
I didn't either. I don't know what it sounded like, but all I know is that video was banging.
I didn't.
She could have been gargling in that song. I'm like, it's great.
But the one thing I did not like is that she had, before this, she had kind of a wholesome image, and then she came back with this video with her in the white suit.
Yeah.
And trying to look sexy, and that kind of bothered me.
She wasn't trying. She was, man. Damn. Like, what?
Okay,
Toni,
I'm just saying,
I see you, Toni.
After that, she became kind of a sex symbol.
Yeah. Now she she went from being Toni Braxton, the hit maker, girl next door, to kicking it with Birdman. The fuck.
Which I don't get at all.
I'm thinking, man. When she woke up in the morning and next to Birdman, I think they broke up now. When she woke up in the morning next to Birdman, she's like, "This is what I reduced myself to." Damn.
Oh,
Life come at you fast, man. Shit. Fast. Okay.
That blew my mind, but anyway.
Birdman? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me be careful here, man. I want to put some respect on his name. So Birdman, if out there listening, man, don't come at me, son. Don't come at me. I'm putting respect on your name, nigga. But Birdman, really? He's like a cross between Boosie and Lil Wayne. The fuck, man? Go ahead.
He is Lil Wayne's father, not biological, but
Yeah.
Anyway, this song is all right. I didn't like the change in her tone and in her image, but it was an okay song. But the B-side, "Let It Flow," I really did like. I thought it was a very nice song.
I've never heard it, so I know I have no context for you.
It was a Babyface produced ballad, but it was nice. I enjoyed it. So You're Making Me High. I don't know if it deserved to be number 1 so much, but Let It Flow did, I think. So I'm going to give them both a pass and say yes, they deserve it.
I love you brought your tired ass home last night. All right. Next up is Los Del Rio with Macarena, Bayside Boys Mix. It was number 1 for 14 damn weeks.
Wow.
Okay, let that sink in for a second. 14 damn weeks. Los Del Rio was number 1 in America for 14 fucking weeks. for Macarena. Hey, Macarena, all right. It was a dance craze that everybody and their grandma was doing, kind of like what's his name? What was his name? Soldier Boy. You know, you got old folks doing it, you got young folks doing it, everybody in between, white, black, Puerto Rican, everybody just a freaking. That's Prince Uptown, by the way. But yeah, everybody and their fucking grandma was just banging this fucking song. You saw it at sporting events and television commercials and Super Bowl. I mean, you name it, they was fucking doing it. I hated this motherfucking song, man. Every goddamn second of them. This song fucking sucked. It sucked ass, eggs, and everything in between. Hate this fucking song. And these two dudes, man, these Macarena Los Del Rios motherfuckers, man. I mean, they was like too old. They were like 60 fucking years old wearing these damn fucking Scarface, gangster suits and shit, man. It was like, what the? Why? I mean, I don't fucking get it, man. Why? Why was this song such a goddamn hit? They're like the Latin version of Right Said Fred, you know what I mean? But they was like 90 years old and shit. And like I said, it was like, I think they both had co-starring roles or supporting roles in Scarface. They're the ones who were like standing behind Tony and shit. They're the one who had to take care of the lion or the tiger or something he had in his yard.
they were in Freedom Town.
There you go, man. They were in Freedom Town. All right, man, go.
Well, this version of Macarena was a remix.
I know, yeah, it was the Bayside Boys mix, yeah.
Yes, the original version, actually, was a more traditional Spanish dance song, and it came out in 1993. Isn't that weird? A song from 1993 gained new life as a #1 hit in 1996.
I mean, if you change up the beat, add a little swing to it or whatever, man, and you can take any song and update it, man, and be a hit. Shit, hell, they could probably take Holes in the Backyard and put a swing beat to it, man, and it become a #1 hit. Shit, you never know.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting.
Hey, man, heard this new song called Holes in the Backyard? Put that shit on, nigga.
I'm just saying, so you talk about how old the guys were.
Yeah.
The original song sounded more like what you'd expect them to do. And then the Bayside Boys, whoever they are, did this remix, and they, here they are. They have to be in the video with the Scarface suits, dancing around with these young girls, and looking
out of place, like dirty old men.
Yeah, and that was the landscape of 1996. People loved it. Why? I don't know. It was crap. I
bet when they went to shoot the video, man, it was like when they went into the inside the studio, like, man, it smelled like Ben Gay in this motherfucker, man. What the fuck am I doing here? It smelled like tortillas and Ben Gay.
But you know what? Here's one thing I do have to say about this song.
What?
And it's not really positive, but I can say this.
What?
I don't know why this song was a hit, like why it resonated with so many people, but the one thing that I do have to say about like Spanish dance songs is that unless you're in that culture, you just won't get it. Because there are I've heard a lot of songs like this, not of like this remix style, but like the style that the original song was. And they're just, it's just the type of music that you kind of have to be part of that community in order to get it.
Hey,
that's weird to say, but I don't get it.
Hey, I get it, man. You talk to somebody who I lived in San Antonio, Texas, man, from 1987 to 1995. So I get it. I was immersed in the Latin culture, man, because San Antonio is definitely, a Latin city or Hispanic city, whatever term you want to motherfucking use. It's a wetback town, whatever town you would, whatever term you want to use for it, man. That is what San Antonio. And I got mega love for San Antonio. That's where I found my manhood with San Antonio, Texas. So no shade on San Antonio. If you're out there listening, you're a San Antonio person or whatever, Bexar County, much love, and I hope to come back someday. But yeah, that being said, man, I fucking get it, because that's kind of music that was very prevalent down there. You know what I mean? So when Macarena became a hit, I understood why. You know what I mean? So that was never the issue, man. It's the fact that the vessel that they use, to present this song, these two old dudes, man, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Shit.
But again,
what?
So the only thing they could have done,
what,
in order to fit like the sound of this remix, is taking them out, like did the whole Mavis Staples cut out, and be like, although you had these guys like their voice in the song, they could have put some young people.
You know what they should have done? They could have got Gerardo to do the song, to redo it. You know,
Well,
Rico Suave.
I don't think Gerardo was popular in 1996. So
But he still would have been younger than these motherfuckers, and he would have been like, okay, we recognize this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, they could have got him and Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips, he's not even Hispanic.
I know, but everybody kind of, you know, but he always plays these Latino roles and shit. You know what I mean? You know, in the movies, man, back, you know, if you need like a Latino in a movie, you gonna pick either Jimmy Smits, motherfucking Benjamin Bratt, or Lou Diamond Phillips.
Isn't Benjamin Bratt black?
I don't know what the fuck he is, man, but he always played these Latino characters, man. You ever seen Blood In, Blood Out, or whatever?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I'm serious, man. If they need a Latino person, man, in the damn movie, man, they're gonna pick, you know, like say, gonna be Jimmy Smith, or somebody a little bit younger, okay? Lou Diamond Phillips, you know, Benjamin Bratt, you know, somebody like that, man. I'm like, okay.
Edward James Olmos.
Edward James Olmos. American Me, great film, by the way. American Me. Yeah, Edward James Olmos. Yes. Man, leave Edward alone, man. Rest in peace. He's dead, right?
Huh?
Ain't he dead?
No, he's not dead.
Okay, well.
I don't think he's dead.
Oh shit! Look him up. Oh,
Yeah, look him up.
Edward James Olmos.
Recently, I don't think he's dead.
Here we go again, man. Edward.
No, he's not dead.
Okay, all right. So he's with what's her name? What was her name that we said she was dead? Barbara Streisand? No, not Barbara Streisand. Who said was dead? Faye Dunaway. Yeah, he's on the island of Faye Dunaway right now, man. So Edward James Olmos is still alive. So Edward out there listening, man, thank God you're still alive, because as we all well know, Waylon Jennings, dead.
He is dead.
Miss Melody, dead. Buddy Holly, dead. So thank God Edward James Olmos is still with us. So go ahead, man.
He's still. So no, Macarena Bayside Boys mix did not deserve to be number one because it was crap. But at the same time, again, I really think, not being part of that community, I can't really speak on it. I really don't think I can.
All I know is, man, I want a burrito right now, so.
God, you're racist.
That's not racist, man. I'm hungry. What the fuck, man?
Burrito, really?
I can't get hungry? Burrito. I'm not allowed to get hungry?
Do you really want a burrito?
Yes, I do. You know, with the salt, the red sauce and some cheese. Huh?
You even like burritos?
Yes, I do. I love burritos. Enchilada. Man, dude, I lived in San Antonio from 97 to 8 years, man. So, shit. Dude.
I've lived in Georgia my whole life. I hate collard greens.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is, man, you know, it's impossible to live in San Antonio for as long as I did and not like, you know, Mexican food, man. It's impossible.
But again,
yeah,
I'm black. I've lived in Georgia my entire life. I hate collard greens.
Oh, true story. Since you brought it up, true story. And collard greens are great, especially grandma's with the fat back and shit. You know, yeah, it was great. True story. There's this place called Taco Cabana on Perrin Vital in San Antonio. So folks out there, if you're listening, if Taco Cabana is still on Perrin Vital, still open, give me a shout out. But we would go there usually on Friday nights, man, after the club, me and my homies, whatever, right? We'd go to Taco Cabana, man, and we have, like, you know, the steaming fajitas and all that kind of shit, right? Anyways, there used to be this big kid in Taco Cabana almost every night, this big tall kid in Taco Cabana every night, man, surrounded by a bunch of people or whatever, right? Eating his ass off. You want to know who that person was? One guess. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal. He used to hang out at Taco Cabana because he went to high school in San Antonio at Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio, Texas. His dad was, of course, in the military. They were stationed on Fort Sam Houston. And Shaq would be up in Taco Cabana for real. You know, with his homies and everything, right? That big nigga eating motherfucking fajitas and tacos and shit. He'd be there. He was there often. So Shaq back there listening, man, that was me sitting next to you at the Taco Cabana fucking with you because you was tall. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, true story.
Very good.
Yeah.
What a story.
Whatever, man.
So does he like burritos?
Huh?
Does he like burritos?
That dude big. I think he liked anything, man. I wasn't like, you know, always looking at his plate, but I do remember, you know, a lot of times they bring out the steaming fajitas or whatever, right? They'd be taking it to his table, man. And of course he was surrounded by white folks, you know, especially the white girls trying to get on that dick because they knew he was about to get paid. Anyway.
You know,
what?
Have you ever seen Shaq, like, recently? Because you know he's everywhere.
Well, I see him on Inside the NBA and shit, yeah.
What I mean, like, do you see him, like, in the streets? Because, like, He's everywhere.
Well, I know. I know he lives in Atlanta, but I ain't seen.
Many times.
I've yet to see him in Atlanta. Why? Have you?
I'm just saying. No, I've not seen him, but I've almost crossed his path many times because he gets around. Like not only he lives in Atlanta, but not only does he spend a lot of time just going out in Atlanta, he travels like up and down the street here in Georgia. So he's ended up he was right up the street here recently at this gas station where I live. He was up in Jones County at a basketball game recently.
Yeah, well, Shaq was always that guy that got around, man, because we would see him at the NCO club all the time, whatever, right? Actually, I think it was '87. We actually played in the same. There was a summer league on Randolph Air Force Base, and we both played in the same summer league. Of course, I wasn't on his team or whatever, right? But my team played against his team, and he actually broke my left big toe. Yeah, he came down on my foot and broke my left big toe. I kept playing on it or whatever, right? But yeah, and I actually saw him at the club a few years later. This is when he was at LSU, and I was like, dude, I said, when you make it to the NBA, I'm gonna sue your fucking ass. He was like, why? I said, because you broke my big toe. He was like, nigga, fuck you.
So, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. And actually, one of my closest friends, my ex-roommate, Chris Richardson, if you're out there listening, Chris, what up? His wife was very close with Shaq's family and everything, right? So he got to hang out with him and all this kind of stuff. Even after Shaq made it to the NBA, he would hang out with him, all this kind of stuff. And when he became the time to play against the Spurs or whatever, man. So he was always very accessible. He used to hang out at my girl Veronique Meggett's store at Windsor Park Mall. She had a store called Very Unique where she did like airbrushing and had sold music and all that kind of stuff, right? And all the hip hop artists would go to Very Unique and take photo op and all that kind of stuff. Well, Shaq would be there. And do you remember when he performed "What's Up, Doc" on Arsenio Hall with Fushniks?
Yep.
Those airbrush pants he had on, my friend Veronique did those pants. So a little trivia there. So,
cool.
Yeah, but like Shaq was all over the fucking place, man. So it was like that big nigga, whatever. I ain't saying Shaq a nigga. I'm saying he was just that big nigga. Everybody, hey, well, there you go.
Well, you just said wetback city, so
So Shaq, out there listening, man, shout out. Much love to you, man. You had a great career, and you're doing great things in the community. You're doing great things on TNT. Keep doing your thing, man. And I'm glad you broke my toe. I can always tell that story that had a bone broken thanks to Shaq. So
I hope he can get his Krispy Kreme rebuilt.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. That's over on Ponce de Leon, man. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to that Krispy Kreme. I've been stuck in that line many a time. So that is definitely a landmark. And if you've ever been to that Krispy Kreme here in Atlanta on Ponce de Leon, and you haven't spent at least an hour stuck in that damn line, then you haven't lived yet. So,
all right. Well, now you won't. So sad.
I'm sure they'll rebuild it. All right. So we definitely digress. So let's get back to work, man. All right. Next up is Blackstreet featuring Dr. Dre, No Diggity. Blackstreet was Teddy Riley's group. After he left Guy and everything, started up a new group with some dudes he had to rip off. He got a chance to rip off and created a group called Blackstreet, and they had a hit song with Dr. Dre called No Diggity. This is a song that it was number one for 4 weeks. It was a great song, by the way. And the thing I liked most about No Diggity was the arrangement, the lyrical arrangement, especially the first verse. I think Teddy did the first verse. And that vocal arrangement, that first verse, man, to me is like one of the best things, about that song. Probably one of the best vocal arrangements in that type of a song that I've ever heard. And to me, that makes that song a winner. The second verse, third verse, whatever, man. But Teddy's verse on No Diggity took it to a next level. And, it still holds up to this day. I still listen to it every once in a while. And I just love the originality of it. I love the beat. I love the arrangement. Everything about this song kind of worked back then. It's kind of dated now, but it's still a great song. They did deserve to be number one. Go.
Okay, so a little bit of trivia about this song. What you just said about Teddy's verse, the reason that it is the best is because he's the only person who cared about the song. He had to convince the other guys to get on it because they didn't like the beat. They didn't want to be on it. Mm-hmm. So Teddy did the first verse, and he put so much effort into it, and that's why it's as good as it is, because of that. the other guys didn't put that much effort into theirs.
And you can tell, because there's an energy and there's a there's a commitment to Teddy's verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, more trivia about it. This song was produced by Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Dre did not take credit for it at first, even though he has a verse in it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say that he produced the song. But the thing about it is that there's controversy behind it because this was the beat, the original beat for Tupac's "Toss It Up."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and at this point, Tupac fell out with Dre and did another "Toss It Up" with another beat, and this became well. Tupac was mad that Dre gave the beat to Blackstreet, so then he went on to do "Toss It Up," which another "Toss It Up," which is essentially a diss to Dr. Dre because of this.
Oh, really? Do you have the original version of "Toss It Up"?
I do not. It's on YouTube, but I don't have it. It's somewhere. You can check it out.
All right, so what's up with that, Tupac? Toss it up, hit him up. What the fuck, man?
I never really thought about that. Yeah, his diss songs,
Yeah.
Toss it up and then hit him up. Wow.
Yeah, and they lit him up, and so.
Yeah, but anyway, about this song in particular, I heard this for the first time in Atlanta, summer '96. The weird thing is that Atlanta, you can hear songs. If you want to know what's hot, first go to Atlanta, because in Warner Robins, 1996, you were pretty late hearing the hot songs. It's really terrible. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. We don't hear this in Warner Robins. And I really liked it back then. And this is one of those songs that was everywhere. And as it seems to go, when songs are everywhere, I get tired of it. And I got tired of this song very quickly. And now I don't like it. That is so sad.
Except for the first verse.
Except for the first verse.
Yeah.
I really, if I hear it, I will turn it off after that.
Me too. I do the exact same thing, man. Just take this verse. That's all I really need to hear. The rest of that shit, I don't need to hear it. So.
Yeah.
No biggity, no doubt.
I'm
surprised to hear that Dr. Dre produced it, and I thought Teddy did all his own production. So that's kind of strange. I didn't know that.
Well, that's the reason that Dr. Dre essentially kept it quiet.
Did Dre produce the whole song? Or did he finish it?
I think it was more like so Teddy Riley produced it, but Dre.
I just can't imagine Teddy letting anybody produce him. I just can't.
Dre was a shadow producer. Like he went in there and did things with the song that Teddy did not do.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's just everything I heard about Teddy that he's very maniacal, especially when it comes to his shit. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Which makes sense. If you're a legendary producer like that, why would you, get on somebody else's beat? It doesn't really make sense.
Oh, by the way, there is an interesting interview on YouTube with Timmy Gatling. He exposes a lot about Guy and Teddy Riley and everything. So if you're out there listening, check it out. I forget whose channel is on, but you can just Google it, Timmy Gatling or whatever. If you don't know who Timmy Gatling is, take a look at Guy's first album, their album cover. Damian Hall is not on that cover. It's Timmy Gatling. So because Damian came along after they had already did all the artwork and everything, the photo shoots and everything for the Guy album. So it was too late in the release point for them to change it. So obviously Timmy Gatling got fired from the group and Damian Hall came on, but Damian is not on the album cover, but he is on the songs. So yeah, a little trivia there. And by the way, Timmy Gatling's debut album is really good. It's a really good New Jack album. I have it to this day, and I still listen to it to this day. So
that's fascinating.
Yeah. Where was I?
A lot of trivia today.
Yeah. A lot of fun facts.
Yeah. In regard to what else do you have to say?
Go ahead.
In regard to No Diggity deserving to be number one, sure, yeah, pretty hot back then. Like that, I'm tired of it now, but back then, yeah. But now it has essentially been co-opted by white people because white people still say no diggity, no doubt, and it's
That's
very
not cool. So if you're white and you saying no diggity, you're not cool.
yeah. People still say it. In that regard, no, it doesn't deserve to be number one. But just on the merits of it being a great song in '96, yes.
Okay, I agree. And that being said, today's show is sponsored by what I'm doing now is whenever I do my show, whatever's like in my studio or that's on my desk or whatever, I'm gonna say that's my sponsor for today's show. So for today's show, it's sponsored by Jif Honey, creamy honey, peanut butter, natural. It has that smooth taste that when you eat a choke sandwich, it just had that smooth honey taste. So when you're choking, at least you choke with that smooth honey taste in your throat. So,
Wow.
Try Jif Honey Creamy, creamy honey.
You know what? I need some peanut butter. Like I don't have any, so I ain't gonna get some. So I might get some.
Yeah, it has just that right little touch of honey, man. So
Well,
you don't have to mix it yourself. What?
Let me tell you about peanut butter that has a great touch of honey, though.
What?
Super sweet and super, wonderful peanut butter. You wouldn't believe it.
What? Bama?
Do they make that anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know if they make that anymore.
It's a Bama jelly. It's a Bama peanut butter, boy. Mel Green used to hit us up with that shit, boy, for real.
Yeah, that stuff was good.
For real.
I haven't seen it in years.
Deep South. She's by Deep South too. Deep South peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good peanut butter that I buy now though is Clover Valley.
Oh, really?
With honey.
Dollar Tree?
Yeah. Not Dollar Tree, but Dollar General.
Okay.
Oh God, it's good. It is so good.
Nah, that's all right, bro.
No. It's fantastic. There's a lot. We have a lot of different types of peanut butter with honey, but this is the best I've ever eaten. It really is.
Clover Valley, really?
Clover Valley, and it's only $1.50. It's wonderful.
Okay, today's show is sponsored by Clover Valley Peanut Butter for $1.50 at Dollar General. Tell them Lonzo sent you. You get 10% off, so save another 15 cents.
Really, you just go over there. You buy some, and you get a coupon for $25 off next time. So there you go.
Now think about it, man. Think, man, some food that listen to this show, man, actually goes to Dollar General, man, and gets a jar of this peanut butter and goes to the counter and say, hey, Lonzo thinks this like. Get the fuck out of here. Who? Security!
But they also, here's my little tale about Dollar General.
What?
They like to rip you off a little bit.
You think?
Many times I've been over there and have bought things that's supposed to be like on clearance or maybe like, some percent off. And they charged me the full price. That's happened many times. I bought some bratwurst. Supposed to be half off. It was full price. I was very angry about it.
I don't know what's worse, man. The fact you admit that you shop at Dollar General, that you buy your groceries from Dollar General, man.
I mean,
only thing you should be buying from Dollar General, man, is damn Laffy Taffy.
I mean, I feel like any way that you can get a deal, you should do it. If I went to the Dollar Tree and bought food, then I'd be okay for it. It really doesn't matter.
Man, Mel Green taught you well, boy.
I'm a cheapskate. I really am. So, there are certain things I spend a lot of money on, and it ain't food.
No. So I guess you don't want to hear this then, man, because today, this afternoon, this morning, me and my wife just bought a mattress, man, and we paid $3,000 for it.
Oh, wow. What kind of mattress is that? Like, does it, wrap you in it? Like, when you don't even need covers, you just get in it and it just...
I don't know, man. We laid down on it, man, in the showroom, whatever, man. That shit was like laying on butter. If I knew what butter, what laying on butter felt like, that's what it probably felt like, man.
You mean like melted butter or just like hard butter out of the refrigerator?
It's not hard, but, it's the butter's been sitting out for maybe 20, 30 minutes. It's gotten kind of soft. It's not frozen yet, but it's not melted. It's just right there in that little sweet spot. Now imagine laying on that. So that's what it felt like. So yeah, okay, where do we sign? So
okay, that might be nice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to have $3,000 to pay for it, and
so what?
you have to have $3,000 to pay for that, and I can't imagine having that Just be like, I want that. Yeah, this mattress that costs that much. Let me do it.
Well, we're looking forward to trying it out, and hopefully, and plus it has like a 120-day guarantee, so if we don't like it in the first 120 days, we can send it back and get our money back. So hey, it's a win-win. So
are they gonna like fumigate it or something if you take it back?
So what now?
They can like steam it and fumigate it.
Well, they won't take it back if they'll take it back, but if it has to be like sanitized, or whatever, then they'll charge you like a fee. They'll take it out of your refund price, whatever, man. So yeah, there are safeguards for that and that kind of stuff. But hey, we ain't nasty, man. We ain't nasty. That's why we have a mattress cover, man. So man, we ain't nasty. Fuck, man. Shit. I might be from Alberta, man, but I'm not Alberta.
I mean, you get in the bed and you sweat,
Dude, I don't sweat in bed. What the fuck, man?
You don't sweat in bed?
No, I take a shower before I go to bed every night, man. No, I get when I get in the bed, man. I'm fresh and clean. I know this is TMI for folks out there listening.
Get in the bed and sweat.
So what?
You can take 19 showers and get in the bed and sweat.
Well, when the shower number 20 leaves me nice and clean, man. Like I said, this TMI for the folks out there listening, so I don't want to gross somebody out. But when I get in the bed, I'm fresh and clean. I'm like outcasting up in that bitch, man. I'm so fresh and so fucking clean. So, my shit be on point. Let me take that back. My sleep game is on fleek. So, yeah, my shit is clean, nigga. Shit.
Well,
I cannot go to bed nasty, man. I can't go to bed, some folks go to bed and take a shower in the morning. Nah, I ain't that nigga. Nah, my shit gotta be clean. Nah, everything from the crack of my ass to the tip of my head. I gotta have, my shit's gotta be on fleek. Oh, I can't sleep. If I know mentally I haven't taken a shower, I can't go to sleep. So I don't care if 3 o'clock in the morning I have to get up and take a shower. What?
So what you're saying is that if you're hot when you get in the bed, you don't sweat.
Dude, there's this invention you might have heard of called a fan. And you can actually have it installed in the ceiling. And if you put it like right above your bed and you turn it on, guess what? It keeps you nice and cool. Even during the winter. You know what I mean? So we have this fan that's above our... So what?
My ceiling fan doesn't work.
Well, mine does. Nigga, you better open a window or something then. Shit. Let some air with that bitch, nigga.
Okay, well.
We're digressing, but...
I've never heard of anybody like saying I don't sweat when I get in the bed. I'm like, really? At all?
No, like I said, my shit is like fresh. I mean, my shit, my bedroom smell like potpourri, nigga. Shit, I keep it fresh.
In fact, I sweat more when I take a shower. So,
that's TMI, nigga.
I mean, I don't really get it, but I mean, I do. If I take a shower and then I go outside on a hot day, I'm sweating.
Why don't you? Dude, I'm talking about your last shower of the night when you go to bed. I ain't talking about taking a shower at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and going out playing tennis. I'm talking about.
No. If I just go outside and I go get the mail, I'm gonna sweat.
Regardless, but what I'm saying is when you in for the night, you ain't got no more going out to do, and you go take your shower before you go night. I mean, that should be your fresh, clean time to get in the bed and do whatever, man. And be nice and air it out. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you from experience, if I go to bed after I take a shower, I'm gonna wake up and probably have sweated a lot. I just sweat a lot.
Okay, the TMI portion of this show has been sponsored by SSX Tricky.
The game from what, 2002?
Yeah, I love SSX Tricky, man. I love that game, man. And I tried to play it the other day, man. My damn disc don't work, man. Like, damn. Now I got I went to Amazon and tried to find a replacement. $118. You out your fucking mind?
So I can tell you this.
What?
This has nothing to do with music. We're talking about other things, but I'm up for it.
What?
I told you the other night that I have gotten really serious about game collecting.
Yeah.
So one thing I've noticed is games that people really liked from back in the day. They may not be rare or really that hard to find. But if you try to buy them today, because people like them, they're charging lots of money for it.
Yes.
So SSX Tricky is not hard to find. I think it's a fairly common game, but it's popular. If you want that now, yes, you're going to pay tons of money for it.
No, I'm not. So, I'll just never play SSX Tricky again. Not on Xbox, not on original Xbox. I've got SSX 3 that I can play on a 360. But I want the original Xbox version. That's my favorite one, is SSX Tricky. I'm like, damn.
Didn't I buy you that?
What?
Didn't I buy you that?
Did you?
I think so.
I don't know where I got it from, man. I got hours of enjoyment out of that damn game, man. hours, man. I'm like, damn, I wanted to play it the other night, man. And like, shit. I was going to start over from scratch, too, and just go through all the courses again and shit, man. Like, damn, ain't that a bitch.
Is it scratched or what?
I don't know, it just won't play. It's like reading the disc or whatever, man. Like, fuck, I cleaned it and
does
everything.
your Xbox play
Yeah.
games?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, cause I played Tiger Woods golf today on the thing, man. I love my original Xbox, man. Is banging. I love that thing, man. Love that thing.
My original Xbox is crap. It does not work, and I don't care because I don't really like the original Xbox.
I have like 3 of them. I still have my original one, but I bought like 2 other ones like online or whatever, and the other 2 don't work worth a damn. You know, I bought them from Amazon or whatever, man. So I gotta toss those. But my original one still works, man. Still works.
Well, I have my original one. I did not buy. I bought 2 of them. Well, you know, I own one, and you know, our brother owns the other one. And the one that I have does not work. It's the original, and I don't play it.
Oh, by the way, the original Xbox is heavy as hell. So if you want to murder somebody, you don't want to hear that damn thing, man. Mission complete. Shit.
I always say that controller. I hate that controller.
I love the big fat control. I love that thing, man. Love it.
The Duke, as they call it.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I can't play with anything but that big one.
I have small hands. So
my hands are small too, man. But I prefer the big fat one. Yeah.
I always like I kind of like I didn't like the small one either, but I much prefer the small one because I couldn't play the big one. But I always say that big one, if you hit somebody in the head with it, you kill them. Like you crack the skull.
Damn straight. Hell yeah.
That thing is so big and heavy. Like, what were they thinking about?
There's I bet they'll say, somebody break into your house and shit, we'll make sure that you got something to defend yourself with. So.
I mean, it's like a surefire bludgeon. Like, what in the world?
But you know what they should have done? They should have put a handle on the end of it, man. So you have a way to hold it and swing it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because you go, that's like with 2 hands, man.
You did use the cord, swing it around, and like a bolo or something.
Exactly, man. Shit.
You play Goliath with it.
Shit, fuck the First Amendment. It's the Second Amendment. I got an Xbox,
nigga. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's probably bulletproof, so you hold it in front of you, they shoot you, man. It'll just bounce right off that damn thing, man.
It probably is, because you know what? They used to make game systems where they really were like kind of bulletproof. Like Nintendo. The original Game Boy, there's one that exists that literally had a bomb dropped on it, and it still exists. It still works just fine.
Was it made of Teflon or something?
I don't know what it's made of, but Nintendo's products are essentially break-proof, especially back then. So, good job for them.
Shout out to the folks at Nintendo. Konnichiwa. Okay.
You are highly racist.
I'm saying hello, nigga. Fuck. All I said was hello. How's that racist? Now, if I would have said Nagasaki,
yeah, that would have been
Hiroshima, you know what I mean? Then I get it.
But you said it just now, so there you go.
Like chinks in the Far East.
Good Lord.
I removed teeth. Okay. All right. Back to the matter at hand, nigga. Shit. Back to the matter. Next up, the last #1 hit song of 1996 is Toni Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart." It was #1 for 11 fucking weeks. We already talked about Toni Braxton. I didn't like her music. I just liked the video that she was in when she was in the white jumpsuit. So this song did not deserve to be #1. So Toni Braxton, if you're out there, fuck you. Go.
Wow. This was a bad song. This is probably her biggest hit. And I don't really know why. It's not a good song at all. It's just a slow, ridiculous heartbreak song, and it's just... I was not into it, and I'm not into it now. I don't think it deserved to be #1.
Agree. And that does it for 1996. So we're going to keep going since, once again, there was only, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, only 8 #1 songs for the whole year of 1996. So, like I said, we're at that stage where there was just one song just dominating the charts for so damn long that everybody else didn't really get a chance to kind of get their shine at #1. So, we're going to jump into 1997, which was just as bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 #1 hit songs in 1997 as well. So in a 2-year span, you had 16 #1 hit songs. Now if you go back to like the 80s, we're talking about, man, it was like a different song every fucking week. You know what I mean? But here, man, you got damn shit. So they kind of show you how music kind of, how folks, kind of viewed their music as time passed or whatever, right? Plus,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the accessibility was different too. So,
Yeah. I mean, yes. This was the era where you had, kind of the trifecta of BET, MTV, and VH1. So, you know, and not to mention just the radio. Uh, and also you have kind of like MTV with their whole Total Request Live thing, where you just constantly heard the same songs over and over because that's what people said they wanted to hear. So like, I think that really contributes to it. But also just kind of the general hive mind of that era. People they just thought the same a lot. Just everybody likes this one thing, so let's just keep playing it. I've never been that kind of person who just listened to what everybody else was listening to, but it seems like that's what people were into. So, yay for people in the 90s.
whatever.
Whatever.
All right. So, all right. So yeah, we're jumping into 1997, and the first number one hit song didn't occur until February 22nd. So Tony Braxton's "Unbreaking My Heart" kind of crossed over into 1997, so it took away a lot of shine from January, most of February. But the first number one hit song of 1997 is Spice Girls with "Wannabe." Now, Spice Girls was this girl group from Britain, and they had a string of hits or whatever, and they were global superstars and everything, and had everybody loving them for a minute there, and the Spice Girls gave us what her name, Mel B, and they gave us what's her name, the one that married Victoria, is it Victoria Beckham?
Yeah.
And of course, the Spice Girls gimmick was each one of them had like a certain persona, or whatever, like Ginger Spice and and Spice Daddy and Sporty Spice, the one that wore the little tracksuit, whatever. I mean, it was stupid, whatever. Old Spice, one of those. But you know what? I've never heard "Wannabe." Well, let me take that back. I've never heard it from beginning to end. I think I've heard like snippets of it, but I was just not. I was never into the Spice Girls at all. Just wasn't my cup of tea. So I'm gonna say that they did not deserve to be number one. Go.
Yeah, when this came out, everybody was talking about Spice Girls. This song was amazing. And when I finally heard it, I heard the first few seconds of it, and I was like, this is total trash, and turned it off. And that was perhaps the last time I ever heard anything to do with this song because it was garbage. I never understood the fascination with the Spice Girls.
They were a novelty act. They were a gimmick. They just happened to hit big. That's all.
Well, they hit it big for a long time.
Yeah.
And, they were a worldwide phenomenon.
They were like the pop version of the Dixie Chicks. That type of shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But what they were not was good. So
yeah.
this song is really terrible. I think of all the Spice Girls songs I have heard, this is the worst one. So I don't know why it was number one.
Well, you know why. Come on, man. Stop fronting. Keep it real, nigga.
Guess.
Shit,
I guess, but still, it's trash.
Yeah, it's trash.
No, it didn't deserve to be number one.
White trash.
British trash is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. So shout out to Blood Pudding. What?
One thing I have to say is that everybody, you had people talking about the attractiveness of Spice Girls. I didn't think they were that attractive.
I didn't either, man. They were, they weren't ugly. They weren't like smoking hot either, man. Mel B looked,
Right.
Of all of them, Mel B looked the best to me, but.
Yeah.
But she went, somebody, I'm gonna break down the door to get to. You know what I mean?
Now though she's kind of hot, but back then,
well, she's like 60, man. You dirty old man.
She's not that old.
Old enough, shit.
But like, Victoria Beckham looks like she needs to really eat something.
Get her a burrito.
Get her lots of burritos. Like she looks like she's not eaten since 1997.
If you get us on that Clover Valley peanut butter, boy, put some.
She might fatten up.
For real, nigga. Shit. All right, enough of them hoes, man.
Hoes.
Hoes. I got hoes. What's the area code? What's the area code for Britain?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think they have
818-313-919. Hoes. Now shout out to Nate Dogg, man. Nate Dogg, man, was an anomaly like no other, man. This nigga, if Nate Dogg was on your shit, man, you knew it was gonna be a hit. This dude, man, we gotta need to do a show just on Nate Dogg one day, man. He was like the who's the guy that show? He was like the Forrest Gump of music. He would turn up every fucking where, man.
He was legendary and very, very talented, and he was the king of hooks.
Hold up, hey.
He really had some skill.
Hey. Smoke weed every day. I was listening to the next episode this morning, man. So shout out to Nate Dogg, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. The thing is, Nate Dogg was on everybody's shit, man. Every song he was on went to fucking #1, but he never had his own hit album.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. Why would folks flock to buy his shit?
I think it was, he was good with other people. Like, he was a great collaborator, but perhaps people just didn't want to hear him like as a solo singer.
Well, I'm saying he could have did the same thing. It would just be his album. You have somebody come in. You have Snoop Dogg come in and do a track. He would do the hook, but it'd just be his album though. Be like Nate Dogg Presents or whatever, man. But they should have gave him some shine, man. Everybody would have done it. You know what I mean? You would think. Nobody ever. I never heard anybody say anything bad about Nate Dogg. So it ain't like he had enemies. Folks want to kick it with him.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't have an answer to that.
And I don't know. And why didn't he show up on a Michael Jackson record? Because Mike was jumping on everybody's fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trend. Why didn't he show up on a Michael song? That's kind of strange.
Why don't you ask both of them?
Yeah, Mike fell off, man. He fell off on that one. I guess when enough young boys hanging around Nate, Nate hung out with grown men. He was like, nah, I can't be fucking with you, Nate.
All right, so let's move on.
We take it to the schoolyard, then I'll fuck with you.
I feel like you always take the opportunity to talk about Michael Jackson.
Nah, man, that fell into my lap, man.
Michael Jackson, I don't really get it.
That fell into my lap, man. I'm sorry, man. It fell in. I had to take advantage of it.
Actually, you didn't. You just. You have an obsession.
Smoke weed every day.
I mean, if you want to talk about Michael Jackson, if he actually, he probably did try to link up with Nate Dogg at some point. It just didn't happen. Because, there are a lot of stories about him trying to get with a lot of hip-hop artists, because actually he was into a lot of hip-hop artists.
But what Nate told him when he called? Do you want to know?
What was that?
I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
you little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
You know why he didn't say that?
What?
Because that horrible song that you're quoting was not out even when Nate Dogg was alive.
He's saying there's a million trillion things I'd rather fucking do than be fucking with you.
What a horrible song you're quoting, but...
Anyways, man, shout out to Big Sean. Okay.
No, that's not. All right.
All right, next up we got... Puff Daddy and Mace with Can't Nobody Hold Me Down was #1 for 6 weeks. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest when I say this, man. First of all, I think Mace is the one who started mumble rap. I despise this motherfucker, man. I did not. If Mace had a record deal, man, that mean I could have had a fucking record deal, man. What the fuck? This dude was whack as shit. I hated his rhyme style, man. Never understood a fucking word he said. I guess I didn't care enough to listen. But I think this is the godfather of motherfucking mumble rap. He was not good at all. I know. How did he get into that crew? I mean, I know he made no money because Puff was ripping everybody off. If you didn't like that Puff was ripping you off, he'd have you killed. But that's a whole different story. But anyways, man, how in the hell did this dude get on? I don't get it. He was awful. And this song fucking sucked. It sucked ass and eggs. And it was Puff Daddy featuring Mace. Whatever, man. So Mace was highly featured in this goddamn song. I don't understand it, man. It makes no fucking sense to me. And by the way, Puff was a terrible artist. You know what I mean? Terrible. He just, it's like he had all these hit songs because of the folks that were around him. But I don't think anybody was like, hey, Puff got skills and shit, Nah, he was just a product of his fucking times. And he kind of wrote that crest and everything, man, to have a couple of hit songs, you know, and put his name on or whatever, right? So Puff, you out there listening? Yeah, I said it. Okay, I ain't trying to work with you anyway. But yeah, I never got this whole Puff Mace whole what was it not Dungeon Family? What was the name of his damn family? He called it the what? No limit. Was it no? It wasn't No Limit. What was the name of his goddamn group? His crew.
Puff Daddy and the Family.
Whatever, man. You know, Juice Crew. Whatever he called his damn. They had a name for that damn crew, man. Whatever crew it was that they what. Bad Boy, yeah, Bad Boy, the whole Bad Boy family, whatever, man. I'm glad I didn't buy into that bullshit. Now Craig Mack, I felt Craig Mack. You know what I mean? You know, I think of all the Bad Boy artists, whatever. I felt Craig Mack. Of course, Biggie was alright, was cool. We'll talk about Biggie in a minute, but this song fucking sucked, man. It did not deserve to be number one. So Puff and Mace out there listening, man. Fuck both of you motherfuckers, man. Go.
I agree. When this came out, though, I kind of liked it.
Oh, shit.
I kind of liked it a little bit because, you know, once again, this is one of the billion songs that samples, you know, the message, you know, Grandmaster Flash. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was Grandmaster Flash. I thought it was Vanilla Ice.
Well, you know, I had to clarify whether I'm talking to you about it or your listeners. You know, so
my listeners are very astute. So if my listeners aren't there listening, they're very astute. They know exactly what the message in Grandmaster Flash is all about.
I could have said the message and have been talking about Nas, the message. You know, so you know.
No, when you hear the message, the first name that pops into your head is always going to be Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, man. Come on.
Okay, but I could have
put some respect on that name, nigga.
But I could have been talking about Nas.
Put some respect on that name.
So I decided to clarify.
Put some motherfucking respect on that motherfucking name, nigga.
But anyway, this is one of the songs that sampled it. And of course, you know, that's always a joy to listen to. But the performances on it are very lackluster. The best thing about it is that there's a verse from Biggie on there. And, you know.
I wouldn't know because I never listened to the song, so I don't know. I have no idea.
So how do you know it sucks?
Because the portion that I did hear was enough for me. Like, I ain't fucking with this song. I don't fuck with you. No,
well, you know. I think Big has the first verse in the song.
Whatever. The song sucked. Okay.
At any rate, pretty good. It was pretty good at the time. Now it's trash because this was the beginning of Puff Daddy ripping everybody off. You know, as far as taking songs from other people.
So you're saying this was his Michael Coreleone at the end of the Godfather moment where he just kind of settled all family business. I'm taking everything. Fuck all y'all. I'm taking everything.
Pretty much. You know, and he and Mace made a little bit of career out of as they say, taking hits from the 80s and making them crazy.
So do you think that Biggie told Puff, "You do not talk to Mo Green like that"? Do you think he told him that at that moment?
I doubt that.
That was his moment.
I doubt that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I think I really don't know. I can't really speculate as to why. Well, actually, I can.
Okay. Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think Craig Mack was the Carlo Rizzi of the Bad Boy family?
Hard to say.
Who was the Carlo Rizzi of the Bad Boy family? If you're out there listening, who?
Little Caesar, maybe.
You think?
Maybe.
Okay. Just checking, man.
You know, I never liked Bad Boy enough to equate them to anything great. So, you know, kind of hard for me to, kind of hard to say.
I don't know. I just equate Puff to Michael Coreleone. You know, when he settled all family business, because you know when he kind of just took everything from everybody and made it all his own, and you know obviously he had to, you know, you know, to me, you know, Biggie was the Sonny Corleone of the Bad Boy family, so he had to make sure he got whacked. You know what I mean? Get him out the way. Like so he consolidated all family fucking business. You know, yeah. And maybe and I think Mace was the Fredo of the crew.
You got that? Yes.
Yeah.
I never thought to equate this equate Bad Boy to Godfather. Maybe it's a good.
There's some truth in that statement, man. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I can't say anything positive about anything that this guy did. I really can't.
Puff went to the mattresses on his ass, boy, for real.
Oh God.
Get the gat, get the gat, get the gat, get the gat.
Yeah.
Woo! Shit. There should be a movie about that shit, man. Call it the consolidation.
One day they might.
Yeah. Do not cross Puff. I'm telling you now.
Well,
you will sleep with the fishes, like Luca Brasi. You gonna sleep with the fucking fishes.
It's really sad. All this stuff will come out when he's dead, I think. But right now he's alive and a popular character, a popular person, but he's kind of.
Ain't nobody gonna cross Puff. No, hell no, hell no. Shit,
well,
he out there making offers that you can't refuse. What you talking about?
Yeah. But really, there's a devilish element to it. I think he really has sold himself to the devil.
If you think about it, when you think about hip hop back in those days, man, Puff was Michael Coreleone, and what's his name? Suge Knight. He was Salazzo. He was that motherfucker coming Bogart and shit. Yeah. So there's a lot of parallels there, man. If you start digging into it, man, there's a lot of fucking parallels there. Yeah.
Kind of sad though when you think about it that you have to have these types of mob bosses.
Yeah.
In the hip game.
Because Dr. Dre was Barzini. If you want to go deep into the mythology, he was like the Barzini type. So. Well, I think we don't click into something, man. That might have to be a show, man, where we equate hip hop music to the Godfather, man, and trying to and start connecting dots and shit, man, like QAnon up in this bitch. All kind of conspiracy theories out there, man. Sure.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Keep that on the ledger there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what you doing on March 4th, man? You going to the inauguration? Are y'all covering it?
You know it. And we're gonna drive Biden out of California. We're gonna reveal him. Never inaugurated. He's not the president. He's not in Washington. He's in California right now.
Him and Ulysses Grant.
Yeah. Because we have not had a president since Ulysses Grant.
That's right.
And Q, our man Q, he's going to be inaugurated because he was not last time, but he was in there exposing everybody. He was on the job.
Or as Tupac said in Juice, Q, yo, Q. You're right. I am crazy.
You know what?
What?
I don't give a
fuck. Hey, okay, we need to talk about Juice one day too, man. We need to do just a dedicated show just to Juice, man. Just so much, it's so much fertile ground, man. The cover when it comes to hip hop, the whole hip hop culture, man. Just so much shit out there, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch Juice again though. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yo, Q. It's like, man, you fuck with that crazy nigga. You're right. That's right. I am crazy. I'm keeping this gun till I say so. Shit. Raheem!
Bishop was a horrible character. Like he was really.
Yes, he was. Because Bishop, I think Tommy Machine Guns, Tommy Buns is like his distant cousin. Is Bishop's distant cousin.
Both horrible characters.
Yes.
That I wanted to die. Really wanted them to die.
But at the end, Buns became sympathetic, man. And I have to ask you to do a belly show with me, man. So don't you be fucking with me. I asked you to do a belly show with me.
But again, I haven't seen Belly in so long.
I don't care. You remember Buns,
Yeah, but I just have to watch it again.
The original Don Dada. You don't come at me with that scare shit. The original Don Dada. What? You scared, nigga? You scared or something? You gonna bust your gun to get it? What? So what?
Before I can actually talk about it and at length, I have to watch it again.
Fuck school, man. I'm here to get mad with y'all niggas. Man, what? Belly is very quotable. Belly is not a good movie, but it's quotable as shit. It's a classic. It ain't good, but it's a fucking classic. So if you're out there listening, if you've never seen Belly, then why are you listening to me? So watch Belly. And we digress. What were you talking about? I cut you off. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
I have no idea. I think we should just move on to.
I went down the rabbit hole, man. I'm sorry.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll return to that line of thought in a different show. But Puff and May. Oh yeah, we're talking about Puff and his consolidation of his power and everything. How he basically just took over hip hop and killed everybody off who had anything negative to say about it. Now I'm terrified because if he hears this, man, I'm gonna be marked for fucking death, man. Like Steven Seagal, marked for death. Oh shit! There's another pop reference.
Wow.
Speaking of pop references. I know I'm talking over you, man. I apologize. But speaking of pop references, this portion of the show is sponsored by Schoolhouse Rock. So conjunction junction, what's your function? So,
wow.
Yeah. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Does anybody want to know
What?
Something that, here's just a fun fact about today, about my life.
What?
While I'm here doing this show, speaking about music, all kinds of different things, for the past 2 hours, I've had a pot on the stove.
Oh shit. Fire! Doom, doom, doom.
Well, thankfully, it wasn't anything that would have actually caught fire, I don't think. But what I actually had on the stove was a pot with a chicken thigh in it, boiling.
Did you get it from Dollar General?
That's Walmart.
Is it a Clover Valley thigh?
it was a Walmart great value time. I was boiling a thigh for my dog, and I forgot about it.
You feed your dog chicken? You feed your dog poultry, man?
I feed him chicken because he has a very sensitive stomach, and the vet told me, to feed him chicken and rice when he has problems with his stomach. So,
you got to cook it? You don't feed it to him raw?
Why would I feed it to him raw?
I mean, dogs don't cook. So, I mean, if he was like out in the wild, he'd eat it raw.
Well, he's not a wild dog.
Okay.
So, I have to cook him chicken. I don't season or anything. I just boil it.
Mm-hmm.
And I give it to him.
Does he like it?
So, he loves it. So, I was boiling a piece of chicken and I forgot about it. And now all the water boiled out of the pot. And the chicken is overcooked. But he'll still love it. I'm glad I thought about it because it could have been a disaster.
Do you leave the bone in?
I have to pull the meat off the bone. I don't give him bones.
Okay, so you won't give your dog a bone. Okay, all right. That's un-American. You motherfucker, you're a communist.
Because dogs actually should not eat bones. Because bones splinter and get stuck in the stomach and in the throat. So you should not give your dog bones. Do not do it.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay. So that was my fun fact about my life, if anybody wanted to know about it. My dog
They didn't.
Chicken thighs. And if you have a dog who has a sensitive stomach, chicken and rice, unseasoned chicken and unseasoned rice mixed together is a good soother for the dog's stomach.
Thank you for that public service announcement. No.
That would be very helpful. Probably the most helpful thing we've said today.
Okay, and back to the program, nigga. All right. The next number one song is another Bad Boy family member, Notorious B.I.G. with Hypnotize. It was number one for 3 weeks. I like the song a lot, just because it was Biggie. I like the beat and everything. The beat is kind of indelible. So yeah, it did deserve to be number one. Of course, we all know Biggie Smalls was this legendary hip hop act who was killed. Tragically, a few months after Tupac had a beef with Tupac, and he got shot after Tupac got shot, and there's Suge Knight, and you got Michael Coreleone. So you got Sollozzo and Corleone, the two families fighting it out and everything, man. It's just a whole clusterfuck of mess. And we'll talk about it one day on another show. But this song did deserve to be number one. Go.
Yeah, Hypnotize. Great song. His one single that he died soon after the song was released. It's very sad. The song was released May 3rd, 1997, but he died on March 9th. But clearly he did a video before he died, which came out in March. So it's really weird that it says May 3rd, 97 here.
Well, now, isn't it really odd? I just thought about this, man. Isn't it odd that Big got shot when he in the car with Puff?
Mm-hmm.
And Puff didn't get a scratch on him?
Right.
Tupac got shot. He was in the car with Suge, and Suge didn't get a scratch on him.
I mean, we know what happened.
Hmm.
It's not really a mystery. We know what happened.
This is a conspiracy, man.
Is it? Because I don't think it is. I think we know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know, man. It's, you know, it's all the dots connected and shit. You know.
I mean, and if you want to go by this list here, just based on that, look at the succession of things here.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, exactly.
Here, can't nobody hold me down, and then the next big hit is Hypnotized.
Yep.
It starts there. The reason that this happened is because Puff Daddy wanted to. I shouldn't be saying this, but Puff Daddy was ready to be the star. He didn't want to be the guy in the background anymore.
Nope.
He wanted to be the star, and he had to get rid of his main star in order to be that.
Yep.
And he had to make himself into a sympathetic character by having the death of his so-called best friend.
Yep.
Which he would go later on and completely capitalize on that with a horrible, horrible, horrible tribute song that also went to #1 and made him a massive international star. So, yeah. There we go. Connect the dots, guys.
Yes.
This is not QAnon. This is Hip Hop Anon. This is the truth.
Yep.
I can tell you.
A B C D E F G.
He's gonna get me. But see, here's the thing, though. Mm-hmm. This is going to turn into conspiracy theory 101 because coming up, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Like, just look at the list. It's right here. If you ever want to know why Big died and why Puff Daddy became such a big hit, it's right here. The story of the Billboard Top 100 in 1997. There it is.
It's called circumstantial evidence.
Yeah. And it's really like, people be like, well, you're just, you know, it's a conspiracy all the way. You're just like jumping to conclusions. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you can boil people down to their basest little instincts here, like the things that make them who they are. You know, Puff Daddy is a money grubber. You know, he screws people over, and he never considered himself a rapper. He considered himself an entertainer, and he became a big entertainer at this point. And it's here, really. We can write a book about it.
Yeah, you can, but you won't live to see it come out because you will get got. You know.
Yeah. But you can write a book and say.
You better be a ghostwriter. Use a different name.
Or you might be a ghost.
Yeah, I'll change my name to LaFonso Randerson.
You know, but I'm going to write a book about this, and it's going to be called "If He Did It, Here's How It Happened."
Yeah, you better change. Like you better change your name to Lake Slade.
I mean, I'll call myself O.J. Simpson. If he did it, here's how
it happened. Yeah, but you know what they say, man. You know, if it quack like a duck and walk like a duck, it ain't a goddamn wildebeest.
Yeah.
All right, so now we officially made sure to put an X on both our backs, man. So.
Yeah. Well, my name is Lake Slade. That's my name. And I live in
my name is Jared Kushner.
Georgia, which is in Georgia, the European country.
Hey, dude, my name is Jared Kushner. My name is Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller is my name. Stephen S. Miller. Okay, that is my name. That is my name. And I'm white, and I have almost no hair.
My name is Ted Cruz, and I approve this message.
My name is Josh Hawley. My name is Mitch McConnell. I'm the minority leader.
My name is Kevin McCarthy.
My name is Marjorie
Taylor Greene. I approve this message. My name is Kelly Leffler, damn it.
My name is Brian Brian Kemp. I'm the governor of Georgia.
I'm Marco Rubio. They call me Mark for short.
Or sometimes Ruby.
Oh, damn, here you go, man. My name is Lenny Graham.
I am Lindsey Graham. I've had enough. Count me out.
Puff is my best friend.
Puffy. Count me out.
I love that Public Enemy #1 remix.
It was the best song I ever heard. 1999. It was good. But count me out. I had enough. We had a good run.
For real. All right, y'all. All right. Back to the matter, man. I think we called out enough Republican names, so we deflected enough off of us, man. So we're good now.
I think that worked. I think it worked.
Yeah. All right. So next up, we got Hanson with Bop. Hanson was this teeny bopper white boy group with long hair, and they had a hit song, and I've never heard this song in full. Had no reason to listen to it. I think they were like a Nickelodeon or Disney group. I don't know what the hell they were, but whatever they were, they didn't deserve to be #1. So Hanson, you're right there listening. Fuck all y'all. Go.
No, they weren't affiliated with any channels or anything like that, but they were a family of kids. Nice little white girls.
One hit wonders. That's what they were.
Well, they had some other hits, but this was like their biggest hit. And it was total trash. I don't really know.
Let me ask you this, man. How do you think Puff felt, man, when this song went to #1 and broke up his groove?
He probably.
Did you think you want to go to the mattresses on these boys?
He probably did.
Just like Puff, slow down, Puff. They're white.
Like, this is not gonna work for you.
Yeah. You can't kill them and get away with it.
You can't do this.
No.
Do not try.
Yeah, just let them have their shine for a minute. We'll be back, Puff. Cool out for a minute, all right?
Give them 3 weeks, okay?
Yeah,
give them 3 weeks.
Yeah, nigga, I'll let them nigga slide. You okay? All right. You talk me into it.
Yeah.
This shit better happen again though.
Yeah.
Mark better not have no hit song or nothing.
He probably tried to jump onto a remix though.
Probably, man. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hanson. Talk about him.
I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's crap. It wasn't, I wasn't part of the demographic. I was young back then, but I wasn't young enough or white enough or dumb enough to be into a song like this back then. So this is what I think is a terrible song. Did not deserve to be #1.
I agree. So let's move on. All right, next up, it's that man again. Puff came back with a vengeance. He was like, okay, Hanson, hold my beer and watch this shit. I did not have Biggie whack for nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna drop "Missing You" on you. I'm gonna take a song by the Police. Okay, the Stalker song by the Police, which is kind of prophetic. Okay. Mm-hmm. We're going to sample that beat. We're going to make a song called "Missing You," which is an awful goddamn song. We're going to capitalize on the death of my friend, my so-called friend.
Quote, unquote friend.
Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Notorious Big IG. And we're going to rule the airways for 11 straight weeks with this #1 hit song called "I'll Be Missing You." And hell, this song is fucking awful. Never liked it. It is pathetic. Pathetic. The way they capitalize on this dude's death. Pathetic. And now, if I'm his goddamn family, I'm like, this motherfucker here. I cannot believe, get the unmitigated gall to do some bullshit like this. But he did it. He did it ass out. You know what? You ever seen the movie The 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah.
You remember when, what's his name, Jimmy gets killed? And Big Red had him killed?
Yeah.
And Big Red had the audacity to show up at the funeral crying and shit. Buffalo crying. And he go up to Jimmy's widow. What was her name? Was it Madeline? What was her name? Marjorie? Whatever her name was. Delilah? Whatever her name was.
It might have been Delilah, actually. I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever her name was, gonna try to go up to her and tell her, you know, God bless you and all this kind of shit, and you ever need anything, I'm here for you. And she slapped the shit out of his ass.
Mm.
Oh, that's Puff. Okay, that's Puff. He's Big Red at Jimmy's funeral doing this bullshit.
Except he had the wife on the song with him.
Exactly, which is even seedier, man. It's like the dark underbelly of fucking hip hop, man. That shit is. I mean, every time I heard this song, I feel like I want to take a fucking bath, man.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you know why. You know, money, fame, attention. It's just it's an intoxicating drug. You just got.
But you got his widow on the song with you. I mean, how did you convince her to do this? And why would she do that?
Because, God. She probably did not. Well, there are probably several reasons why. Either she did not actually believe that Puff killed him or had him killed, or she was in on it because she was over there cheating on Big with Tupac.
Allegedly, we gotta say allegedly. Okay, say allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
We're not saying anything. Anything that we're saying is not fact. I don't have any proof of anything. I'm just saying allegedly. So
the
rumor is, yeah, the shit you hear through the grapevine that I've heard through the grapevine since all this shit went down, damn near 30 years ago. All right, is all this shit is alleged. Okay.
We don't know if any of this is fact.
No, we don't.
What was said was she was cheating anyway, possibly with Puff. So she might have been on it. It's the thought. Some people have.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories out there, a lot of conspiracy theories when it comes to this whole seedy, episode in hip hop history.
A lot of people are saying, a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah, people are saying. Yeah.
Does this song deserve to be number one?
Hell no.
No. This is one of the worst songs ever made. And it's one of the most disgraceful songs ever made. And it even, I didn't like the Police song so much back in the day, but I really hate it now because it reminds me of this trash. He completely destroyed the entire allure of that old song and turned it into something completely...
He bastardized it. That's what he did was he bastardized it.
Yeah, but it's more than that. He put a dark sludge on it, and now it's just, if you touch it, you will turn into dust. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything with this song, and I can't do anything with the performance of it. It's just kind of hard when you're not around. Hope you're in heaven smiling down. What the heck? Not only did you do a horrible song to begin with, your attempt at doing something heartfelt about your so-called late friend.
Come on, Big Red. Come on, Big Red. Slow your roll.
I can't believe you even have the lack of a soul to even come out and do this. God, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible thing.
I think what's even sadder is that the public bought it.
They bought it.
Yeah, they allowed this shit to happen, man.
You know, the day that this song premiered, they played it about 5 times in a row.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, y'all like this? And somebody told me, oh, you don't like this song? I can't believe it. He's talking about his friend. I don't care what he's talking about. It's a terrible song. It's not heartfelt. It's not even performed well. And Faith is not performing it well. And these guys, 112, not performing it well. This is a terrible, complete farce of a song. And no, it didn't deserve to be number one. And it doesn't deserve to even be, in the world as music. And the guy deserves to be in jail. I'm sorry. A lot of people are saying he should be in jail.
I agree on all counts. So, but once again, allegedly. No,
Allegedly.
this is all alleged. We have no proof of anything, so we got to make sure we're clear on that. So
It's just what people are saying.
yeah, so Puffy out there listening, do not have me whacked yet.
I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay?
Yeah, don't make me a martyr just yet. Don't kill me. I have a family. And if you don't know what song that's from, then you don't know hip hop. All right.
Let's go to the next farce.
Okay. Speaking of farces, the next song that went to number one once again is Puff, and what's called the Bad Boy Family with Mo Money Mo Problems featuring the Notorious B.I.G. and Puff Daddy and Mace. So once again, B.I.G. been dead for a minute now, and they still just pissing all over his grave.
Yeah.
It was number one for 2 weeks. More money, more problems. You think? Obviously did not deserve to be number one. I think we made ourselves clear on how we feel about this motherfucker. Go.
And the thing is, let's all be clear about this. This is a Notorious B.I.G. song. He was dead at this point. He went ahead and released this as a single. Puff did. And he and Mace are in this video in a spaceship wearing shiny suits, dancing around having a good time. Big is not in the video because he's dead. But you would not know this was his song because Puff made it his own. This was part two of Puff being the main attraction, the star entertainer here. This is the reason that this happened. Just be clear.
Allegedly.
Watch this video and tell me what you think, because it just sums it up right here. It really does. It did, again, much like the previous song. This did not deserve to be number one. It didn't even deserve to be anything. This was a mediocre song on Big's album, and it's now a terrible song in his death.
Well, the name of the album was Life After Death. So
yeah.
He lived on the charts, and Puff started that. But he wasn't collecting no checks though.
But I wonder, was that the title of the album before he died?
What, Life After Death?
Yeah.
Was the album released before or after he died?
From what, I guess I have to look it up, but from my remembrance of it,
I'm thinking that it was, man, because if you listen to the album, man, there's a lot of death references throughout the album. So
yeah, I think the album actually came out in March.
And obviously, the album cover, he's in front of a hearse. So
yeah,
so I think that was the whole theme of it.
Completely prescient, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you just think, man, in the background, they're putting the whole concept from the album together, man. In the background, man, the wheels are turning. It's like you're like what, Julius Caesar, being surrounded by by your enemies, and you don't know it, and they just waiting to stab the shit out your ass, man. So it's sad and it's tragic, man. Now think about it, man. From March 22nd, 1997, through August 30th, 1997, this is one of the darkest, most slimiest, eras or moments or episodes in the history of hip hop music or just music in general. It's just a dark, seamy time, and it just makes my skin crawl to think about what allegedly happened during this time. Like Prince says in 69 Position, it doesn't take a genius to see what I've been missing. So, if you never heard 69 Position by Prince, there's a reason why, because it was a boot. But it doesn't take a genius. Okay? It doesn't take a genius to figure this shit out. Go.
Indeed.
Are you done?
No. Yeah, this is this whole block of time here, I kind of want to block it out of my mind because it's, oh God, it's sad. It's really sad.
Yes, it is.
I'm done.
All right, enough of them niggas. And I do mean niggas in every sense of the fucking word, niggas.
But guess what?
What?
We're not exactly done with it. You think?
All right, next up we got Mariah Carey. There's that hoe again. Damn, let me stop. There's that name again. Mariah Carey with Honey. It was number one for 3 weeks. I've never heard this song. I have no idea what it sounds like. But it's Mariah Carey, and it does not deserve to be number one. Go.
Well, I can tell you this. This is not a good song. I remember what it sounded like, and I remember it being bad. You know what else it is?
What?
Bad Boy Returns. Because the song was produced by Puff Daddy.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Really?
And it's featuring Mace.
Oh.
So,
You
know, here it is. Once again, this is allegedly why Big died. There we go. And for that, and I don't care if this was a wonderful song or not. It was not. It was really bad. But I don't care if this was the best song ever made. It's just terrible and doesn't deserve being one because of the people involved in it. Sorry, Mariah.
Why? Shit. All right. Enough of that hoe. And no niggas. And yeah, I say niggas. All right. Next up, Boys to Men with 4 Seasons of Loneliness. I've never heard this song before ever in my lifetime. I didn't even know it existed until this very moment. So I'm going to say it did not deserve to be number one. Go.
Yeah. This song was also produced by... It was not. I'm joking. See, that would have been terrible, right?
I know. Exactly.
But no, it wasn't. I've never heard the song either. I don't know what this is. I can't really speak on it. It was the number one for 1 week. I cannot tell you a bit about this song.
Neither can
I'll
I.
give him a pass.
I ain't giving it a pass though. No, it did not deserve to be number one. Cause if it was actually good, if the song was actually good, we know something about it. So.
Well, the thing about it is, I'm more apt to give it to them because they are the most wholesome thing about '97 in the charts. So, actually, maybe Hanson. They were probably the most wholesome thing about these charts in '97. But because I much prefer Boys to Men, I'm going to give it to them. So I'll give them a pass.
Okay. All right. Next up. Next up, we have Elton John with Candle in the Wind, 97 / Something About the Way You Look Tonight. It was number one for 14 weeks. And of course, this is the re-release of Candle in the Wind. The original version was from the early 70s, one of his albums in the early 70s. And it was re-released because he kind of rewrote it a little bit and dedicated it to Princess Diana, who tragically died. Obviously, we know everything about Princess Diana, how she was hounded by the paparazzi. It was in Paris, wasn't it? I think it was in Paris, and there was a chase, and the driver lost control of the car, and she died in the car accident along with her fiance. And this song is kind of prophetic if you think about it. He just changed up a few of the verses, a few of the lyrics a little bit, and it totally fits. He originally wrote it about Marilyn Monroe, who in a lot of ways, I guess her life kind of paralleled Princess Diana's. It was this white woman who was kind of just, kind of dogged by the media and everything. She was this sex symbol, right? That people, really kind of, manipulated and took advantage of, and just kind of, her fame took over her life. And the same thing with Princess Diana. Her fame, took over her life, and it eventually killed her. So this is a sad song. But as far as quality of song go, it's Elton John. Elton John's one of the artists who's like incapable of making a bad song. He's incapable of it. He's just that good at what he does for a living. So the song is a high quality song. So, based on that and everything that kind of went with it. Oh, by the way, all the proceeds from the song was donated to charity, to one of the Princess Diana's charities or whatever. And now, if Puff would have did something like that, did I'm missing you and donate all the money to helping, gang violence or something. Just if everything would have been donated, then, he still wouldn't get a pass, but at least, that's something, but nah.
You could actually point to that as, he did this for a good reason.
Yeah. There was a selflessness about it. Yeah, exactly. But nah, hell no. He cashed them damn checks and said, fuck all y'all. Whereas Elton John, of course, nah, he donated the proceeds from this song, and it was number 14 weeks, the biggest hit of his career, and so yeah, it deserved to be number one. Go.
Yeah. So I've said before, I don't like songs just because they're heartfelt songs in tribute to somebody. I go by the actual quality of the song itself, the way it sounds to me, and I can say I don't really like the way it sounds to me, but I will give it some credit for being what it is. It is a high quality song, and it is heartfelt, and it does resonate in a lot of ways with you know, uh, um, death of Princess Diana and everything, and the way people felt about it at the time. So yeah, it deserves to be number one. And for the garbage uh, period that was 1997 when it comes to music, at least these Billboard charts, I say it deserved to be there just to cap off the year with something real, because everything else was mostly just sadness, and sadness in a different way, not as sad as this song is, the sadness that I get from someone profiting off of someone else's death.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
there's just like this seediness to it.
yeah,
Just
it's,
yeah, just it's 97, just grimy, just
it
yeah,
really makes you feel like you've been diseased.
yeah.
I really seeing it all here and thinking about it and talking about it makes me feel terrible. And there's a part of me that hopes that I'm wrong. That all of this that I've felt,
Allegedly.
allegedly, you know, I hope that everything that is being alleged is untrue. But it's kind of hard to say that that's the case. So Elton John right here at the end of the year, the last hit of 1997. Yes, absolutely. Good job, Elton.
I agree.
Thanks for giving something true to us, to clear up the miasma that clouded the rest of the year.
Yeah, he basically gave us 14 weeks to kind of flush our system out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he took it, like I said, this song actually closed out the whole year. It's the last number one song of 1997, and like I said, it was there for 14 weeks. So yeah, it was a cleanse. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that, Elvin. Elvin.
Elvin Thibodeau.
Yeah, is he still working at Costco?
No, no. He ended up getting jobs after that.
He did. Good for him, man. Good for him. I always felt kind of bad for how folks tried to shame him for trying to take care of his family, man. That shit never sat well with me, man. So
right, that's really bad. I'm glad that I don't remember who it was that kind of gave him a chance, but yeah, he's a working actor now, so good job.
Yeah, because he was on some HBO shows that some HBO show recently or whatever, man. So he's always been a decent actor, man. He wasn't just Elvin from the Cosby Show, so it was good to see him kind of get back on his feet or whatever. I'm not saying that working a 9-to-5 job, taking care of your family is not bad. You know what I mean?
Right. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
He did what he had to do because he's a man who had to work. Everybody has to work. It doesn't matter if you're an actor or singer or whatever. Right now, people are having a hard time in the pandemic. As entertainers, they can't tour. The thing that they usually do to make money, they can't do. There's nothing wrong with actually trying to make money in any way that you can. And
I think folks had a perception that everybody you see on TV is rich. I mean, when that's just not the case. There's very, very few actors out there who are like filthy rich to where they can just there's very few Tom Cruises out there.
Yeah.
I mean, most folks you see on TV or whatever, right? I mean, they're folks on TV programs or whatever, TV series or whatever. They're working a damn 9-to-5 job just like you, but they just happen to be on TV doing their work.
Yeah.
They make a really good living. They make a great living and everything. But they have more expenses than we have too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, not everybody gets on TV or whatever, and is set for life. And some people actually have to consistently work.
Yeah, and
And
most of them do. Cause you see somebody who's guest starring on, on whatever show, whatever, right? It ain't like they're getting $1 billion to guest star. They probably getting scale. You know what I mean? Or then, they're getting a few $1,000. And I'm digressing a little bit, but for some folks know I'm a screenwriter. I've done some writing and all this kind of stuff, and I've had a little work, and I actually had some work in network television. I worked on a show called Detroit 187, and that was my first network gig or whatever, right? So when I was up in Detroit working on this show, whatever, right? I'd never been on a TV set. I'd never been in that environment. Kind of see the behind the scenes of how the show works and everything, right? And like all the supporting actors and everything, they basically kept them in like the extras and everything. They kept them in basically, you ever hear the term camel call?
yep.
They kept them. They had this roped off area, man, with chairs, and all they had to sit there the whole time they were shooting. They would only come out when it was time for them to be on set, to film, and we couldn't talk to them. Just like, do not talk to those people. Leave them alone. You know what I mean? And like certain, they had, when you break for lunch and everything, you had this spread and everything, right? All the lead actors and everybody came out. We're all eating and everything, right? And they had to sit there and wait till everybody else finished eating before they even come eat. So it's not glamorous. It's not glamorous at all. Of course, the stars of the show had their own trailers and everything. They were good, but that's only 3 or 4 people. But the supporting people, nah. That was kind of a shock to my system. I didn't know it worked that way. You know what I mean? And I remember I went to the bathroom, and one of the guys one of the supporting actors, whatever, he comes in or whatever, right? He's using the bathroom. He's like in the stall beside me, whatever, right? And I said something to him, right? He was like, "Man, we're not supposed to talk." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Damn." You know what I mean? So I don't know how we got on this or whatever. How did we get on this? Anyways,
Elvin Thibodeau.
Yeah, Elvin Thibodeau, yeah. But I think there's just a misconception that if you see somebody, I saw such and such person on on whatever, what's a hot TV show that's on right now? I don't know, whatever.
No idea. The
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
What on the Mandalorian? Yeah, I saw such and such on the Mandalorian. He played, yeah, he probably got 2 or 3 days worth of work. Might have made $1,500. You know what I mean? But he's got to pay his union dues and pay his publicists and all this kind of stuff. What I mean? So they don't make a ton of money. Well, I'm saying all that to say that and they have an image to keep up. They got to pay a publicist, and they got to show up at all these events and try to make themselves look like more than what they actually are, because that's how you market yourself and get work. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these folks, man, they're not making a ton of money at all. I mean, they are working stiffs. So for Elvin to be outed like that, that was just wrong. Whoever did that tried to shame this dude for taking care of his fucking family, man. That shit was foul as hell. So the person out there who did that, fuck you and your mama. Go.
Yeah, just a horrible person. Just I'm not gonna go on a tirade or anything right now, but I'm just gonna mention one thing I hate about like internet culture is the fact that people make it a point to try to make fun of other people as if their lives are just the best things ever. Like, people in memes. You know these photos of people that you don't know who these people are, but there are people in memes, and people use them, like, they spread them around to make fun of them. Like, those are real people in these photos. So, like, whatever you're making fun of, how do you think that person actually feels? And that's a real person.
Well, actually, I made a meme of myself. Have you seen it? I'll send it to you. As I made fun of myself in a meme.
Well, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, by the way, postscript to my little story about working in Detroit 187. The show got canceled after the first season. Whatever, right? Anyways, I was led to believe that the show was going to get renewed. It was on ABC television, and that I would be picked up, as part of the writing staff for season 2. And I found out that after we wrapped the season, or whatever, right, that the show got canceled. And I found out on the internet, that the show was canceled. To this day, no one from that show has ever called me to let me know that I'm not working for them anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how the business works. When it's over, it's fucking over. You know, and I didn't get my last paycheck either. But yeah, to this day, and that's been over 10 years. To this day, no one from that show has ever contacted me to let me know that I'm no longer my services are no longer needed. So I just assumed.
Well,
All right. So I just wanted to make that clear. And I ain't make a ton of money. So go.
darn.
What?
Okay. That's just sad. I have nothing to say about that.
All right. Well, that was the last number one song of 1997. So that closes out 1996 and 1997. What do you think out there? I know we talked about a lot. We digressed a lot, but that's how we do. What song out there deserved to be number one that we didn't mention that probably made number two or number three? Because there was a lot of great music during this era, or whatever. But it was obviously the charts were dominated by this nefarious charlatan, allegedly, that kind of they really kind of put a damper on a good portion of this era of music. So I want to know what y'all think out there about everything that we talked about, the good and the bad. Am I racist for talking about burritos and that kind of shit, and konnichiwa for saying hello in Japanese? Am I a racist for saying konnichiwa?
For saying wetback city.
I lived in San Antonio for 8 damn years. Man, I consider myself I consider myself a San Antonian. Okay, I love San Antonio. Walsham Road, Ingram Road, Ingram Mall, North Star Mall, Windsor Park Mall. Illusions, Night Moves, the Hip Bone. Damn it. That was my city. That's where I became a man. That's where I found my manhood. Fort Sam, Brooks, Lackland, Camp Bullis.
None of that.
What?
None of that makes the word wetback right.
What I'm saying is, my a big part of who I am, is due to this courtesy of San Antonio, Texas. Great town, and I plan on going back there sometime to meet to hang out with my homies from back in the day. So New Light Village, shout out New Light Village, Sutton Homes, they call it Sudden Death. East Commerce, the hood, Converse, shirts, Bear County, Live Oak, all my folks out there, holla at me, subscribe, sign up for notifications, ring that bell. I'm still trying to get subscribers. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. Look me up on Twitter at What Lonzo Thinks. Hit me up email whatlonzothinks@gmail.com. I'm always here. I'm always doing shows, rocking and rolling and whatnot, making it happen. So that being said, you got anything to add, man?
Rocking and rolling and whatnot.
Rocking and rolling and whatnot. That's Danny Zuko.
Danny.
Well, it's my name, don't wear it out.
I have nothing else to say.
Danny? What happened? Well, I do not know.
If there's two of us.
You try to yellow page or something. I don't know, bitch. Bugging me for it. You're a fake and a phone. Where should I relate eyes on you?
Oh, God.
My name is Cha-Cha Di Gregorio from St. Bernadette's. Yeah, with the worst reputation.
Grease. It's a classic.
Crater Face.
That guy, he died recently.
Oh, did he? Oh, man, what was his real name? Crater Face.
I don't know his real name, but I remember him dying.
Okay, rest in peace, Crater Face. Yeah. Your story's sad to tell. A teenage ne'er-do-well. Now, everybody in Greece was like 90 years old when they made the movie, right?
Yeah, playing as teenagers.
Yeah, Zach, I think Danny Zuko, John Travolta was like in his early 20s, like 22, 23 or whatever, right? The only one that was actually a teenager was the one that played Marty. She was actually like 18, 19 years old. The rest of them were in their 20s. And Stockard Channing was the oldest one. The one that played Rizzo, she was 30.
Yeah.
So just show you how casting has changed, back then, and you can tell, you look at it, you watch the movie now, you can tell, this bitch old as hell. What the hell is she doing in high school? It's like Pedophile? Shit.
She looks quite old.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was ugly or anything. She
No.
looked like old and wrinkled, but she was,
She had crow's feet.
clearly older than everybody else.
Yeah, she had crow's feet and everything. They should have just cast Michael Jackson out of me.
Come on.
You give me I get to be in high school? Shit. Sign me up, nigga. Shit.
Hey, what we signing
Grease
off?
lightning.
What we signing off? I believe we were.
Oh, okay. All right. So sign up for notifications. Tell me what you think about this whole everything we talked about, especially what we talked about allegedly with the whole bad boy situation and everything. Who deserved to be number one? Who did not deserve to be number one? And whether or not Michael Jackson should have been in Grease.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Okay, nobody wants to talk about that. All right, so sign up for notifications. Like I said, I've said that 4 or 5 times. And I can't say it enough. I do appreciate all my listeners out there and everybody who do subscribe and do make comments and everything and reach out to me. I appreciate your love and everything. So keep bringing the funk, and I'll keep bringing it back to y'all. All right, good stuff. So tell me what you think, because damn it, you just heard what Lonzo thinks. Bye.